Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports. And this game will see the Seattle Storm going up against the Minnesota Lynx. In the booth with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're glad to have you along for the ride. To the middle.
We've got a small portion of the season behind us, and the league's hierarchy is starting to come into focus.
It's still early, though, so for the teams that are struggling, you still have time to get in gear.
Yeah, but they don't have a lot of time, Brian. I mean, the season is short, and the pressure ramps up every week that goes by when you're not winning games.
Ogwumike, guarded by Walker. Pass to Diggins-Smith. Here's Brown. Back to Diggins-Smith. 5 to shoot. Off target from three-point range. Now the Lynx with it. Here's McBuckets. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Hard to stop, guys. She poses a ton of matchup problems for any opponent.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. Here's Magbagor. Back to Ogwumike. Pass to Magbagor. Over McBuckets. A nice shot by Magbagor.
Wow, Magbagor showing some shooting ability.
Now the Lynx with it. Now Mrs. Incredible. That three off the mark. Now here's Brown. Here's Horston. She's covered by McBuckets. 2 points. That one goes in.
Nice pass. She got that ball right into her teammate's shooting pocket, and it yielded great results.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Now here's Ball Queen. Not a lot of room, and it's Walker missing. Ogwumike outside. Outside, Diggins-Smith. From the arc, drills it from outside.
They're off and running. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And this Minnesota franchise is built around their star, Lisa Collier.
Well, you think about 2022, Collier played just 4 games in the Lynx. They missed the playoffs. Last year, Collier took her game to another level, a first-team All-WNBA selection.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one falls for her.
And after missing the postseason in 2023, the Storm got 2 stars in free agency.
It was a quick reload in Seattle, signing 8-time All-Star Nneka Ogwumike. She was all WNBA last year. Plus, they got the experienced, savvy, excellent point guard Skylar Diggins-Smith, 4 times first-team All-WNBA.
And she makes both free throws.
And when you talk about winning, historically, the Lynx are up there with any team in the WNBA.
Absolutely. You look at their 4 titles, which is tied for the most in league history. Then you see they have the 3rd best winning percentage of all time. I mean, this is a franchise that consistently has been in the hunt over the years.
And the call will be against McBuckets. That is her first foul of the game. On defense, the Lynx, trailing by 5. Brown, defended by Mrs. Incredible. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Ogwumike. And so she earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2.
Such a high basketball IQ with Ogwumike. Uses the fake to get to the line.
When it comes to Nneka Ogwumike, is it fair to say that she's one of the league's most reliable scorers?
Oh, no question. During her 15 seasons in the WNBA, she's averaged more than double-digit points per game every year, and there's no signs of slowing down anytime soon.
The first one falls.
And with how great she's been for over a decade now, it kind of feels like Nneka Ogwumike is underrated.
I agree with that 100%. I mean, she's finished top 10 in MVP voting the last 2 years, is basically the textbook stretch big, and Nneka's done incredible work off the floor with the Players Association.
And good on both.
Well, on the floor, Nneka Ogwumike can be so imposing. She's got a clear height advantage over many players, and she knows how to fight for her shots.
Now here's ball queen. Out to the right wing. Cans it from downtown.
They've got to be careful not to give a shooter of her caliber open looks like that, because one or two of those are all it takes to really get her going.
Here's Brown. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Storm will get the ball here.
That pass had a little bit too much heat on it for her to make a clean steal.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough catch for either of them. I mean, these are basketball players, not wide receivers.
First quarter of action and just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Diggins-Smith. Clock at 6. Ogwumike. Now here's Brown. Defended by Mrs. Incredible. And she makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Quick hands in the steal, quick feet on the break.
And that's a silly error there. Coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense.
It's just giving them 3 points.
Nice angle there on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Horston with it.
Defended by Mrs. Incredible. Now here's Diggins-Smith.
Horston the screen.
Left side, Diggins-Smith. It's hauled in by the Lynx. Pass to ball queen. And here's Walker. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Ogwumike with the ball. Shot from 12.
And that one's good. Horston.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's Mrs. Incredible. Looking for her first basket still in this one. And she comes up with the deuce.
If a defender is going to play off of her like that, you know what's going to happen. They're going to be points on the board.
And here is Diggins-Smith. Ogwumike outside. Pass to Brown. Screen by McBagor. From outside the arc.
And it's Walker with the rebound.
The Lynx trailing. It's stolen by Nneka Ogwumike. Down low.
Here's Horston.
And first trip to the free throw line for her in this one.
Horston. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Well, when you talk about the greatest organizations in this league, Seattle has a strong argument.
Well, they've got 4 titles, which is tied for the most all time. And since their first title back in 2004, they've only missed the playoffs 3 times in 20 years.
And she can't hit the second.
Well, she moved on from the Storm in 2023, but still, Breanna Stewart is a legend in Seattle, and there's no doubt she always will be.
I mean, in her 6 years with the Storm, 2 titles, an MVP, first team All-League 4 times. You throw in the first ever Commissioner's Cup that they won, and Stewie was the MVP. It was an unreal run for her in the Pacific Northwest.
Now here's Brown.
quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game.
Smooth shot from McBagor in the mid-range, taking advantage of the look that she got.
Now Walker. Shoots over Williams. Up and in. It's good. First basket of the game for her. 1 for 4 shooting. Seattle leading. Pass to McBagor. Williams. Screen by McBagor. Inside. Good. And it's Gabby Williams who picks up the assist.
No misses for her yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Here's ball queen. Here's McBuckets. And the ball out of play. The Storm will have it.
Where was she going with that pass? I have no clue. That's awful. That's just giving it away.
So both teams making some changes here. Now here's Diggins Smith. Pass to Brown. Outside Williams. Now Ogumake. Covered by Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Ogumake can't hit. Collier outside. Now here is McBuckets. Collier outside. Takes the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
A steady shooter from beyond the arc. Collier's presence on the floor helps space it. A big asset for this team.
Diggins Smith with it. Screen by McBagor. To the paint. They get a hand on it. And it's rejected. They're moving it up from deep 3-point range. And it's Seattle with the rebound. It's Gabby Williams on the wing. Defended by Mrs. Incredible. Now here is McBuckets. Defended by McBagor. The shot by McBuckets. No good. Here's Brown. Covered by Collier. Pass to McBagor. Dives for it. And out of bounds, the Lynx will take it. And the Storm making a change here. And here's Queen. Pass to Collier. And here's Walker. Forced in defending. Here's Queen. Gets it to go from downtown.
What a start to this game. All offense early.
Yeah, this is just playground stuff. Forget about defending. Just keep letting it fly.
That's okay with me.
The Storm trail. Now Diggins Smith. Clock is at 3. Goes up, high post. And it's Collier with the rebound.
Well, offensively speaking, it has been a tough quarter for her.
Walker's shot is good.
Triples keep on falling, guys. 3 in a row now.
These defenders can't stay so soft on the perimeter.
They're not having much success at all right now.
They need to reshuffle their lineup a little bit. Try to find something that works.
Pass to Williams. Here's Diggins Smith. Queen covering. Outside Williams. Clock at 4. Shoots. And again, it's the Storm missing. The Lynx leading. Shoots the 3. Another three for Minnesota.
She just plays for love of the game. You can see it in how she prepares, her work ethic, the way she interacts with her teammates and players on other teams. When she hits the floor, she is all about the game of basketball.
To the inside. Lays it up and banks it in.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy juice. Very well done.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Lynx ahead, leading by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've seen from the Lynx, what's your take so far?
They've made the most of their fast break chances here in the early going.
Yeah, tie your shoelaces because they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Here's Queen. The screen by Collier. From deep. Queen misses.
I mean, it would have been something to see her hit from all the way back there.
There aren't many players that can hit from out there, but she's definitely one of them.
Pass to Hahn. Over Smith. Hahn, no good.
Well, that's just not a sight you see very often because she has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when she's open.
Back to McBride. And so she draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. That's on Gabby Williams.
You see, this is what you get with Kayla McBride. You get a clever scorer with just a knack for earning free throws.
That free throw, no good.
Well, who doesn't love a guard who can be prolific while also being efficient? And that's what Kayla McBride does. She makes very few bad plays.
Well, it starts with great shot selection, right? She makes the smart pass rather than the flashy one. She keeps the turnovers to a minimum, and she's someone you trust to read the floor and make good choices.
Well, back in the early 2010s, the Lynx went on one of the best runs we've ever seen.
And forget, WNBA, we're talking one of the best runs in American pro sports history. From 2011 to 2017, 4 titles, 6 final appearances, sustained excellence we haven't seen since.
Pass to Horston.
Shot clock at 5. It's stolen by Queen. And here's Walker. That's good for her 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And now that they're rolling from out there, you've got to get it in their jersey and try to deny those looks.
Especially how well people shoot threes these days.
Williams inside. McBride covering. And Williams gets it to go.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity, and they're getting excellent results.
That's a winning formula, pounding the ball down low, being aggressive. They're being very assertive offensively.
On an open look like that, she's just got a gift for making the weak coverage pay.
That's a surprising miss. She's almost always deadly when she's that open, even from way downtown.
Collier with it. And Williams picks her up defensively. Queen, shot is good.
Her first triple of the second quarter, 3rd of the game.
Now a timeout called by Seattle.
Call for Storm.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Hahn now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
They're not settling. Getting inside for 8 of their last 10.
It's time for this defense to step up and stop these free runs to the rim. It's just too easy.
For 3, Kayla McBride. That shot off. Seattle trailing here. Outside Williams. Hahn defended by Mrs. Incredible. That shot missing. Collier inside. Horston defending. Off with the layup.
You know, typically she has the touch to finish when she's in that tight. Not sure what happened there.
To the paint. Pass to Hahn. And stolen by Kayla McBride. Here's Mrs. Incredible. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
That's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam on the other end.
It really was a case of great defense triggering some instant offense.
And she sure is causing some havoc out there.
Williams inside. McBride covering. And again, it's the Storm missing. Pass to Queen. McBride outside. Mrs. Incredible with it. That's in, and she's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Don't need much range to hit from that distance.
Now here's Horston.
Guarded by Walker. Now Williams. The three-pointer is on target.
That type of D, it's just not going to cut it. They got to get a hand in her face. Too good of a shooter.
The Lynx leading. Right outside.
Pass to Queen.
From 11 feet away. That falls. Great assist by Kayla McBride.
Well, you got to like her shot selection today. She set the bar for the rest of the team.
Now here's Horston.
Hahn. She's covered by Hahn. And now the Lynx fast break. Here's Mrs. Incredible. The three-pointer, no good. It's Gabby Williams on the wing. She has 7. And here are the Lynx now. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Wheeler. Pass to Hahn. Yep, that goes.
Every team needs someone who makes those around them better. And Wheeler's vision puts her in that category.
Walker with it. Horston defending.
Now here's Walker. She's got 10.
And last year, the Storm missed the playoffs for the first time since 2015.
Yeah, well, it's tough when you lose arguably the best player in the league, as Breanna Stewart went to New York in free agency. And so Seattle was just looking for an identity last year.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And she knocks down the first one.
Well, in 2023, we saw the WNBA expand their schedule to 40 games. How did you like that move, Brian?
I think it's a great thing. None of us are complaining about more basketball.
I'm in total agreement. I always want more basketball because that's more fun. And we get to watch this great league more. And, you know, the great thing is it's allowed fans in the league to get more chances to see stars come to their hometowns. I think it's been a great improvement. A nice job of drawing contact and creating opportunities at the line this quarter.
Yeah, that's my kind of basketball, straight ahead and physical.
Picked by Agumake. Here's Williams. The shot from the low post is good.
It's hard to find fault with anything she's doing this quarter. Well, offensively at least.
Pass to Mrs. Incredible. And she lobs up toward the rim. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Storm.
There's no excuse for that turnover. That's just a straightforward pass gone wrong.
The Storm making a switch here. Seattle with the ball. 9-point game.
Horston with it.
Ogumake sets a screen.
Now here's Horston.
D right on her. Outside, Diggins Smith. Shot clock at 3. Over ball queen. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
The sweet lefty stroke of Skylar Diggins Smith. Such an efficient shooter with her J.
Pass to Smith. Now misses incredible.
Horston defending.
And here's Kayla McBride from the arc. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
I love how McBride is unafraid of making mistakes, and she really just plays her game and then will live with the results.
Here's Magbagor. Ogumake. Over McBride. And it's Ogumake missing. Here's the 3. Launches a 3. And the Lynx another 3.
She had her head on a swivel and was able to still pick up the pass and get the assist.
And it's the Storm with the ball. Trailing by 13. Pass to Magbagor. Here's Ogumake. And that's collected by Kayla McBride. Down low. And stolen by Horston. It's Neko Ogumake with the drive. And yep, it's good.
Wow, the defense was draped all over Ogumake on that one, but her athleticism helped her come away with the bucket.
Pass to misses incredible. Horston with the rebound.
They're looking to trim the deficit to single digits. Down it goes for her third basket in as many tries.
They need to get way more disruptive defensively. They just can't keep allowing these easy buckets. You know, get a little physical, show some effort.
Defensively, that's job number 1. Effort, nothing easy inside.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
They just continue to splash those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
Yeah, absolutely, Brian. You can't keep giving up that many points behind the arc.
Screen by Magbagor. Outside, Diggins Smith. Magbagor. And the foul called on Smith. That's her first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. In for your Lynx. Number 24, Walker.
Diggins Smith, defended by Ball Queen. Puts one up from 19. And it's Ogumake missing.
I'm sorry to say it, guys, but she's given them little to nothing at the offensive end.
Pass to Walker. Inside. McBuckets. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks just lost out there.
Get them a map, a GPS, a smartphone. Get them something.
Yeah, this is threatening to truly get ugly.
Now here's Brown. Defended by Mrs. Incredible. Back to Brown.
And here's Magbagor. She's covered by McBuckets. 5 on the clock. Outside, Diggins Smith. Over Ball Queen. And the Storm miss again.
Well, she rushed that one. The D was out of position, but she couldn't make them pay.
And she's good on the 3 ball. Diggins Smith with it. Will it go? And it's good at the buzzer. Wow!
Pretty shot with about a second to spare.
Yeah, and as the defending team, you can't stand giving up a shot like that to close out the quarter.
It's almost like you lose a possession.
And so we wrap up the first half. The Lynx on top, up by 15. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Welcome back to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the final two quarters. You look at Walker, and she's been playing really well.
She certainly shot her share of free throws in the first half, and those are really nice, easy points if you can get them.
And they may have to rotate the defensive assignment on her from now on just to avoid foul trouble on any one player, given how many fouls she's been drawing.
Here's ball queen. Pass to miss is incredible. And the Lynx, another three.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's McBagor. Guarded closely to the middle. Outside for Diggins Smith. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
What a competitor. Diggins Smith with a three of her own. Just tremendous fire in Skylar.
Here's Walker. Down low. It's stolen by Neko Gumake. Now here's Brown. Defended by Mrs. Incredible. Pass to Magbagor. Screen by Magbagor. Diggins Smith. Defended by Ball Queen.
And it's Diggins Smith missing.
They've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers, too.
Yeah, it's been a gritty performance and a physical brand of basketball, but, hey, that's how you win.
Bring your lunch pail.
The three hits the three-point bomb.
The lefty knocks down the tray. Well, you know, Diggins Smith is a great driver of the ball, so defenders almost have to make a choice with her.
Now here's Mrs. Incredible.
Forston defending.
Pass to McBuckets. Nailed from three-point land.
How about that for a response?
We'll give you a three, and then we'll take it right back.
It's turning into a three-point contest.
And here's Brown. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Skylar Diggins Smith outside.
And out of bounds, the Lynx will take it. And at this stage of her career, winning titles seems to be everything for Skylar Diggins Smith.
She doesn't know how many more years she has left, and because of this, she's going to give it her all. It'll be interesting to see if she's able to add some titles to her illustrious resume.
Now here's Ball Queen, guarded by Diggins Smith. This is incredible. Great positioning on the putback.
That is great timing. She is one tough customer on the offensive glass.
It's almost like she has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And hers might be better than just about anyone's. What do you think, guys?
Seattle calls timeout.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Magbagor. Forced into screen.
Tries again, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and she'll shoot one more at the line.
For the Storm.
First trip to the free throw line for her tonight.
One shot.
One shot.
Well, one of the most improved players in the league, Ezi Magbagor.
Oh, remember, she was just 20 when she entered the WNBA. Most others are 22, 23, even these 24, 25-year-olds. So while she wasn't elite her first 2 years, she was the youngest player in the league. So we've seen the improvement, and now Ezi, she's one of the best defensive players in the game.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Brown. Back to Diggins-Smith. Connects from three-point range.
Well, sometimes when you're a talented one like Diggins-Smith, there are nights you have to shoulder the load yourself. Huge night for Skylar. She keeps on scoring.
Now here's Ball Queen.
She's guarded closely. To the paint.
Now here's Mrs. Incredible.
And here's Brown. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Outside, Diggins-Smith. 6 to shoot. Ogumake nails the baby hook.
The inside game of Ogumake is so fun to watch. She's crafty down there.
Pass to Mrs. Incredible. There's the three. Buries the long-range jumper.
She's up to her usual trick, shooting it well, scoring a lot of points, getting them in front.
Now Diggins-Smith. She's got 14. Here's Magbagor. She's covered by McBuckets. Now Ogumake. Soft touch off the glass.
No question, Ogumake knows how to move inside. Runs into some contact, but goes right up to finish strong.
Here's Ball Queen. 9 points in the game. With the shot, and the Lynx, another three.
They are wreaking havoc on them with the three-point shot today.
The defense unable to stop them even when they've gotten a hand up. It hasn't seemed to matter.
Outside, Diggins-Smith. Back to Brown. Shoots over Mrs. Incredible. The bank shot, no good.
A solid performance inside. Their rebounding, it's been terrific.
They're putting together a great game, aren't they? Strong performances throughout, and they've just been strong on the glass.
And it sets a tone. You can always depend on her to put that lead pass right on the money.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see just how impressive that move was. Pass to Horston. Picked by Ogumake. Now here's Horston.
Defended by Mrs. Incredible. Mrs. Incredible with the steal. All alone. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And suddenly, they're overflowing with confidence at the offensive end, getting everything to drop.
They're getting everything to drop, and at an ideal time. They're poised for a terrific crunch time run in this game.
Back to Diggins-Smith. And again, unable to change momentum here. And she's going for the alley-oop.
It's been all one-way traffic here. They've really been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get.
It just keeps increasing.
Now here's Brown. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. On the wing, Jordan Horson. Outside, Diggins Smith. And they call an illegal screen here.
She's lost her way a little bit here in the second half. I mean, she was turnover-free before the break, but that is simply not the case anymore.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
Here's Mrs. Incredible. The layup off target. Diggins Smith with it. She's got 14. Pass to Horston. Outside, Diggins Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Their rebounding has been a big key to their success in this game.
It really has been a completely one-sided battle on the boards.
Now here's Ball Queen. Guarded by Diggins Smith. And here's Walker. 14 points for her. And she makes that one.
And she should thank the D for those 2 points. Nobody really paying much attention to her there.
Now here's Williams. Defended by Mrs. Incredible. Outside, Diggins Smith. To end the drought. She drains it in as the shot clock ticks down.
The points just keep coming for her this quarter, and at the right time, too, as they continue to try and narrow this deficit.
Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Collier.
Just so active on the boards. Collier with the effort points. They're almost a bonus points for this team.
Outside, Williams. Right wing. To the inside. Here's McGregor. It's hauled in by the Lynx. And the Lynx pushing it up now. And that one is stuffed right through.
What a smooth finish.
And that's why they always love seeing her on the end of those breaks.
Now Williams. She's got 9. Pass to Horston. They set a pick. Outside, Diggins Smith. Now here's Williams. Defended by Mrs. Incredible. And there's a whistle that goes on McGregor. That's her first foul. And the Storm making a change here. And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
And the basket by Ball Queen.
They've been very sound offensively in the second half.
And there's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
And you kind of wonder what was one team talking about in the locker room and what was the other.
Outside Vivians. They need this. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap up since the start of the second half.
Their snipers are starting to do their thing, and that's really going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Pass to Ball Queen. Stolen by Victoria Vivians. Beyond the arc. Goes back up. On. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
They're not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore, and they had a lot more attempts in the first half.
And shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. It's stolen by Queen. Collier gets the bucket.
A do-it-all player. I mean, inside, outside. Collier can score from anywhere on the floor.
Outside, Diggin Smith. Pass to Williams. From past the arc. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Lynx on top, just dominating this one. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Here's Wheeler.
And we've talked about this. One of the major challenges in the W is travel.
Well, you know, you look at just the geography of the league. Most of the teams are on the West Coast or on the East Coast. So you end up with really long flights to play those interconference games.
And it just tells you that resting between games is so important. Diet, sleep, taking care of your body is crucial.
Collier outside. Over to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Miss incredible. Can't get it to go. Outside Wheeler. 1 minute in now to the fourth quarter. Pass to Williams. Outside Wheeler. And it's Wheeler with the foul. That is her first foul of the game.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnovers.
One thing you can't do is string together those kind of possessions because it can snowball in a hurry.
Absolutely.
Now here's Mrs. Incredible. She's guarded by Williams. Collier outside. From deep. Good on the three-point shot.
She found the perfect spot behind the arc there. A big gap in the D.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. Here's Hahn. Hits it from three-point range.
Now that is how you space the floor. Hanju understands the value of long-range shooting.
Pass to Mrs. Incredible. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And she had one in the first as well. And look, we all know that she can be dangerous from downtown. So the defense can't forget about her.
Here's Samuelson.
And looking around the league, Brian, which team do you think has the best young core?
Oh, this is an easy one. I'm going with the franchise that has the last 2 #1 overall picks, the Indiana Fever.
Yeah, and those 2 fit so well. I mean, Aaliyah Boston dominating the paint, Caitlin Clark on the perimeter. Good luck stopping that pick and roll. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Such a pretty pass.
I don't have an exact number for you, but I can tell you we've seen it a lot. Okay, let's just say that. Strictly using assists as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
Pass to Williams. Samuelson right side. The tray. Good, and it's Gabby Williams who picks up the assist.
Honestly, that might be the last player on the floor you want in rhythm. Can't let Samuelson get comfortable. She'll burn you.
Here's Mrs. Incredible. Tried to come right back with the 3 of her own, but it's no good. Outside Vivians. Pass to Williams. On. Inside. Here's Samuelson. Rebounded by Nafisa Collier. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Smith with it. The three. And the three ball is good.
With a naturally quick release, Smith is an effective option in catch-and-shoot situations.
Pass to Williams. To the inside. On. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw line.
First team foul.
And this team encourages you to look for her shot because that leads to defenders fouling her with her size.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
More than just really tall, almost 7 feet. Hanshu is super skilled, can hit threes, and obviously just a menace defensively.
And good on the second, so she makes both. And this could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What a performance it's been.
Pass to Queen. Fires for 3. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Now here's Diggins-Smith. McLegore with the ball. Here's Ogumake. Rebounded by McBride. Queen with the ball. And here's Williams. To the middle. Shot's good by Smith.
A player who can get creative offensively. Let's just say Smith knows what to do inside.
And here is Diggins-Smith. Ogumake outside. Chalk up 2 right there.
They'll take as many of those high percentage shots as they can make.
Now Queen. Shoots. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Screen by McLegore. Outside Diggins-Smith. A nice shot by McLegore.
And this is how effective McLegore can be. All about getting into a rhythm.
Here's Queen. Right outside. Pass to Queen. Launches it. The shot's good. Kayla McBride making the play.
Well, they're getting their points now almost exclusively from 3-point range. 4 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
And the defense practically giving them those shots.
And they'll take them.
Now here's Hahn. And the shot is good.
Well, she's shot a very good percentage today, and her team has needed every last bit of it.
Outside Williams. Nafisa Collier on the wing. She's covered by Brown. Queen, shot is good.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. They sure add up.
Pass to Brown. And there's the 3-second violation. And the Storm making a change here.
Coming onto the floor for Seattle, number 23, Jordan Horston.
Now here is Queen. Pass to Williams. Queen, guarded by Diggins-Smith. 6 on the shot clock for 3. And the Lynx, another three.
She's finding all kinds of ways to get it going right now. What a quarter she's having.
Now Brown. Back to Diggins-Smith. Pass to Brown. From downtown. Rebounded by McBride.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
Queen with the ball. Guarded by Diggins-Smith. And she's going for the hoop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
What fantastic communication between teammates on the alley-oop.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
It was almost telepathic.
Telepathic, I think that's a good way to describe it. Both ends of that play were fantastic.
Pass to Horston.
Diggins-Smith looking to end the run.
Offensive rebound.
That one falls.
Playing with enthusiasm. Ezzy Magbagor. Big second chance bucket.
McBride outside. Outside Williams.
Collier. Horston defending.
Back to Williams. Jacks up a three. Storm with the rebound. Outside Diggins-Smith. Pass to Brown. Back to Diggins-Smith. Now Brown. She's guarded by Williams. From 20 feet out. And the basket by Brown.
This had come earlier. They might have been able to get back into it.
100%. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Yeah, where was this earlier?
Pass to Queen.
It's good. The assist that time from Courtney Williams.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been by design or by accident, but either way, it's been impressive.
Maybe the coach just went up to the locker room chalkboard and just put a number 3 out there.
Ogumake outside. Outside Diggins-Smith. Good on the triple.
With fine-tuned basketball intelligence, Diggins-Smith consistently keeps herself a step ahead of her opponents.
So the Lynx now. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Collier up top. Williams. Screen by Smith. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
Second personal foul.
It's going to be on Lexi Brown.
Never scared to go down low, even at 5'8". Williams has guts. She'll take it right to the hoop.
2 shots.
And she makes the first. No good on the second, so she hits 1 of 2. Now here is Queen. Guarded by Diggins-Smith. Queen with the ball. So we see the Lynx taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were better basketball team by far.
You got to commend this sort of dominance here at home and feeling great, playing well nearly the whole game. And I could feel it. This building was pumped, guys.
That'll do it for our broadcast, everyone.